Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich by Aleksandr Solzhenitsyn, narrated by Frank Muller. This recording is copyrighted 1982 by Recorded Books. It is hard to overstate the influence this book had on the waning years of Soviet-era Russia. One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich portrays a single day in the life of a Russian soldier who escapes captivity by the Germans in 1945. As was the plight of millions of other soldiers, Ivan Denisovich is charged upon his return from the war with some sort of political crime. Since it was easier to confess and live than deny it and die, Ivan Denisovich confesses to high treason and is sentenced to 10 years in a Siberian labor camp. Publication of this book in 1962 split the communist hierarchy, but it was Premier Khrushchev himself who personally allowed for its publication. And now, One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich.
At 5 o'clock that morning, reveille was sounded, as usual, by the blows of a hammer on a length of rail hanging up near the staff quarters. The intermittent sounds barely penetrated the window panes on which the frost lay 2 fingers thick, and they ended almost as soon as they'd begun. It was cold outside, and the camp guard was reluctant to go on beating out the reveille for long. The clanging ceased, but everything outside still looked like the middle of the night when Ivan Denisovich Shukov got up to go to the bucket. It was pitch dark except for the yellow light cast on the window by 3 lamps, 2 in the outer zone, 1 inside the camp itself. And no one came to unbolt the barracks door. There was no sound of the barrack orderlies pushing a pole into place to lift the barrel of excrement and carry it out. Shukov never overslept reveille. He always got up at once, for the next 90 minutes until they assembled for work belonged to him, not to the authorities, and any old-timer could always earn a bit by sewing a pair of mittens for someone out of old sleeve lining, or bringing some rich loafer in the squad his dry valenki right up to his bunk, so that he wouldn't have to stumble barefoot around the heap of boots looking for his own pair, or going the rounds of the warehouses offering to be of service, sweeping up this or fetching that, or going to the mess hall to collect bowls from the tables and bring them stacked to the dishwashers. You're sure to be given something to eat there, though there were plenty of others at that game, more than plenty, and what's worse, if you found a bowl with something left in it, you could hardly resist licking it out. But Shukov had never forgotten the words.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?